and welcome to this video log with me, Wayne, from SwimCycleRunCoach. This week I'm going to really deal with breaststroke, because breaststroke is the hardest of all the competitive strokes. But we still see triathletes in open water swimming going around doing breaststroke, and there's nothing illegal about that at all. But if you're going to do it the most efficient way. We're going to go to the computer, have a look at a couple of swimmers who are reasonably good breaststrokers, but they can improve, just to show you where you can get most streamlined and most efficient. Okay, go to the computer, we'll be back shortly.
Breaststroke is the hardest stroke to swim swiftly, partly because it's the least streamlined and partly because your arms move independently of your legs. It's one thing then the other, as you can see from this swimmer here. It's arms, legs. You're also prone in the water and effectively presenting a brick wall in terms of your streamlining. With breaststroke, we effectively want to be in the most streamlined position we can be before we initiate the kick. Now, this swimmer's doing fairly well, but those hands could be together and that kick could then come into that streamlined position. Also, if you notice the head position, we really could have that head slightly lower, couldn't we? If it was lower, it should be in a streamlined position. If the hands were together, it should be in a more streamlined position. The out sweep is good. They sweep out, then sweep in. The elbows don't come behind the shoulders, and then she dives forward. But as she dives forward, the hands are coming forward slowly. We need those to come forward really fast, so that by the time her arms are there, then she initiates the kick. At the moment, she's initiating the kick there before she gets into that streamlined position. And we'd really prefer the streamlined position to be in place before that kick, and then a nice glide, which we're not quite getting. So with this swimmer, if we have the hands coming forward slightly faster, we would actually have her in a streamlined position before those feet started kicking. As you can see there, she's not in a streamlined position and those feet are starting to kick, so she's wasting some of her kick because she's pushing against increased resistance. Next thing we have to do effectively is lower that head, get that head into a more streamlined position, and she'll actually have less frontal resistance when she swims. There's another area we can improve this swimmer's stroke, and that's in the kick. With the kick, she's very much pulling her thigh forward to pull her knees up. And what we'd like to do, what we'd like to see really, is the feet being pulled up. So the feet get pulled up to the bum as opposed to the legs getting pulled in. You can see there the legs are being pulled in very much, and that's not as good, and it doesn't create as good an angle as we could get. And if we look at this angle here, that's about the maximum we get. We'll measure that angle and we see that's 116 degrees. We'd really like it to be back there, about 148 degrees, and from that you'll see that that would create far less resistance and drag against the swimmer. So we want to pull the feet up as opposed to the knees in, and that's true of all good breaststrokers.
We're taking a look at a slightly more accomplished breaststroker here, a national swimmer, and you can see the difference. We'll take it through at full speed initially, and you can see the attack is completely different to the slightly less accomplished swimmer. Everything about it means I'm going to move through this water fast, and that didn't really look the case with the other swimmer. Let's look at it again, and what we'll do is we'll start to slow it down a lot so that we can have a look at this stroke. Right, we're just about to come into the streamline position. You'll note that the kick doesn't occur until that streamline is in, and then the kick. Quite important. So you're kicking into your streamline, and that's hugely important in breaststroke. Another difference, if you look, the maximum extension and the kick is coming when the knees are not pulled into the body. We'll take a measurement of that this time. So it's streamline, we've maximised the kick. Let's take a measurement of that there. So we've got 136 degrees as opposed to the 121 we had, and that gives a lot less resistance off the knee that's coming in there, and that's what we want to see in a breaststroker. We want to minimise the resistance wherever possible.
So if you want to do breaststroke, make sure you are in the most
streamlined position before that kick comes into force. If you kick into this type of position, you're kicking into a brick wall, you will slow yourself down. You want to be completely streamlined with the head down, and then you'll get the maximum out of your kick, and then the maximum out of your arms. Don't pull back too far with your arms. You want effectively to come in front of our chest, not back there. You can see back there I've just locked myself in and I can't get those arms forward really swiftly. Okay, nice stroke, but the most difficult to swim efficiently. Okay, next week something different. Thanks very much for watching. Keep well, enjoy your training.